today we're putting together the perfect travel plan for a city that's basically the engine of innovation, San Jose, California. Let's build your blueprint for a seriously unforgettable trip. So when I say San Jose, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Is it, the capital of Silicon Valley, this global tech powerhouse? Or is it just a massive, sprawling suburb that lives in San Francisco's shadow? That's the big question we're going to tackle. Okay, first things first. Section 1. Let's get a quick snapshot of the city, just so you know what you're getting into. There's this huge gap between what people think San Jose is and what it's actually like on the ground. The general idea, right, is that it's just this endless collection of suburbs, totally overshadowed by San Francisco. But the reality, the actual travel vibe, it's way sunnier, it's calmer, and it's this incredibly multicultural hub just buzzing with that high-tech energy.
So, if that sounds like your kind of place, when's the best time to go? The real sweet spot is either late April through May or September through October. These are the shoulder seasons, and they give you that perfect California weather. You get to dodge the crazy summer heat and the winter rain.
Okay, so now that we've got a feel for the city's vibe, let's get personal. Is San Jose actually the right fit for you? That's what we're covering in Section 2, your traveler profile. So who's really going to love this city? Well, for families, it's a fantastic fit. You've got excellent parks, great museums. Tech enthusiasts and food lovers, it's absolutely ideal. I mean, it's a global center for both. Couples will have a great time too. Lots of options for dining and cultural dates. But, and this is a big one, if you're a budget traveler, you might want to avoid it. The costs are high and there really aren't any hostels, so it's a tough place to do on the cheap. Look, it's really important to be honest about your travel style here. So who should just flat out skip this trip? Well, anyone looking for 24/7 nightlife, this is not your city. Budget backpackers, especially without a car, it's going to be tough. And if you're expecting a dense, walkable city like San Francisco, nope. San Jose is just a completely different beast. All right, if you're still with me, that means San Jose sounds like a good fit. So let's get to the fun part, building your itinerary. Section 3 is all about the must-see spots. Okay, first on the list, you pretty much have to go to the world-famous Winchester Mystery House. And trust me, this is not just some big old house. It is a wonderfully bizarre 160-room Victorian mansion, and it's filled with the strangest things, like hallways that just end and stairs that lead right up into a solid ceiling. So, why all the weirdness, right? Well, this quote really gets to the heart of the legend. Sarah Winchester, the heiress to the massive rifle fortune, was convinced she was being haunted. So her solution? She built on the house continuously, I'm talking 24 hours a day for 38 years, all to confuse and appease the spirits of those killed by the Winchester rifle. It's such a fascinating, kind of spooky story. Okay, from the spooky past to the high-tech present. For a real taste of that modern Silicon Valley spirit, you've got to check out the Tech Interactive. It's this awesome, hands-on science and technology center right in downtown. You can actually play with robotics, try out VR, and see a movie in their giant IMAX dome theater. And the real magic here, like this quote says, is that the exhibits are legitimately fun for everyone. It's not just for kids. Something like the Biodesign Studio, for instance, is just as cool for curious adults. So yeah, don't write it off as just a children's museum. It's way more than that. Okay, now for a true hidden gem. A lot of people don't know this, but San Jose is home to one of only three, that's right, three authentic, historic Japantowns left in the entire United States. It is this amazing cultural pocket of the city with incredible food and history, and you get to experience it all without the massive tourist crowds you'd find in other places. And hey, here's a little insider tip for you to make that visit even better. Try to go on a Sunday morning. That's when you're going to find the absolute best, freshest mochi, It's those little details that can make a trip feel really special. All right, after all that exploring, you're probably going to be starving. And that brings us to what might be San Jose's biggest strength. Section 4, the essential food tour. Okay, listen, if you only eat one thing in this entire city, it has to be this. The orange sauce burrito from La Victoria Taqueria. It was invented right here in San Jose, and it's an absolute icon. The burrito is solid, for sure, but it's all about that legendary, creamy, spicy, and totally secret orange sauce. You can't leave without trying it. And the range of food in this city is just incredible. I mean, on one end, you've got serious fine dining, like delicate French soufflé at Les Papillons or world-class Taiwanese soup dumplings at Din Tai Fung. But then on the other end, the street food scene is just as powerful. We're talking world-class Vietnamese pho, amazing tacos al pastor from a food truck, and those fresh fruit cups with tahine. It's the best of both worlds. Okay, we're getting close to the end here, so it's time to cover what might be the most important part of any travel plan, the real insider info you need to know. Welcome to Section 5, Pro Tips and Red Flags. All right, I need you to listen very closely because this is probably the most critical piece of advice I can give you for visiting San Jose, or frankly, the entire Bay Area. The number one mistake, the biggest mistake tourists make, is leaving anything visible in a rental car. And I mean anything. So how do you avoid this? The local term for it is bipping. It's a smash and grab crime. You need to follow these 3 steps every single time you park your car. No exceptions. 1. Always take your valuables with you. Always. 2. Leave absolutely nothing visible. I'm not kidding. Not a charging cable, not an empty bag, nothing. And 3, if you can, fold down your rear seats to physically show would-be thieves that your trunk is empty. Yes, it is that serious. And here are a few more classic mistakes to avoid. First, do not underestimate the traffic on Highway 101. It is absolutely brutal. Second, don't go expecting San Jose to be San Francisco. They are just fundamentally different cities. Third, and this is a good one, don't ignore the strip malls. That is where the best, most authentic food is hiding. And finally, even in the middle of summer, bring a jacket. The temperature drops like a rock as soon as the sun goes down. So, where does that leave us? What's the final verdict? Is San Jose just a soulless tech hub full of office parks? Or is it a hidden cultural gem with a legit world-class food scene? You know, the truth is, it's kind of both. And now you have the complete plan to go find out and decide for yourself.